What's up, y'all? My name's Kron, and are we hyped as hell? Pokemon Sun and Moon first trailer is finally out. We're in the Pokeball shirt to commemorate, but we have our first trailer. I'm not gonna post the whole trailer. I'm gonna be breaking it down in this video. So we're gonna see what we can do here. So let's see. First of all, we have our trainer. We have our player character, and oh man, is he something else? Because guess what, motherfuckers, you guys can see like the quick little transition there, showing the character, his shoes, his fucking cargo shorts, and his shirt, stuff like that, all that stuff, his backpack, his hat. What's that remind you of? Fucking Kalos, right? His hairstyle, too, honestly. It kind of reminds me of Kalos. But, that stuff reminds you of Kalos. And what do we have in Kalos? Player customization. You also see a nice Pikachu in the corner over there, and a book and a globe. It's global, man. But we have player customization. As you can see, we can pick our skin colors. We can go from a blonde boy to a white boy to a slightly tanner boy to a black boy or girl. All those are available. The blonde kind of reminds me of May, and the second one, the white one / Asian one, she kind of reminds me of Erica. But those are just my thoughts. And so we have skin colors, we have player customization. That's at least what I think. A lot of people hating on the female hat. That's kind of interesting. And then we have our professor. We have Kukui. Welcome to paradise, cousin. Cousin. Is that even our professor? Who knows? It's our cousin. This is Alola region. So the Aloha region. I'm not gonna say that the name of the region makes me the happiest person, but it is the Alola region. Clearly, it's based off Hawaii, but we'll get to that later. Right now, we're still talking about the professors. This is our... I don't know if he's just calling us cousin, because cousin is like kind of like yo bro kind of thing, but maybe it's our cousin. But you can also see the text bubble. It's nice and there's like a texture behind it. That's really nice. I like that. And then you guys can see a clip of like the beginning of the game. He's like, hey, what's up, man? Kind of like on a video kind of thing, like the Holocaster was. There's like a camera button, a snapshot button, a settings button. That maybe would be what our bottom screen looks like. Maybe. We don't actually get to see our bottom screen. So at least in both the trailers. By the way, I'm combining clips from the US trailer and the Japanese trailer, so that's why things are kind of weird if you haven't seen stuff yet. Both the trailers will be linked down below. But yeah, so we have Kukui waving at us, and then he's kind of telling us in Japanese. I can't really read it, but I'm sure it's just saying like, well, the first part, it mentions Flora, so Flora, and then it says Otsukarem-sama, so then it's like I'm counting on you kind of thing, I think. See the boxes, so maybe we just moved in. We see a Whalmer doll, lots of dolls, so maybe he's giving us our Pokédex, but not sure what's happening exactly in this. I can't translate it. Don't trust what I'm saying. But then we also see he's introducing, well, this is introducing the starters, of course, but we also see another older, fatter dude in front of Kukui, whose name is actually revealed to be Hala. So Hala and Kukui, those both could be tentative names. They both sound rather Japanese, but they could also be Hawaiian. So, yeah, so Kukui, Hala, I'm assuming that Hala is our actual professor, because Hala was the one that, what's it called, showed us, or gave us the starters, so Hala's probably our professor, while Kukui might be our cousin, something like that. But you guys can also see the text. I feel like that's definitely tentative text, because this showed up on the Japanese trailer for like a second. I definitely think that's tentative text for English, because it looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie, that looks terrible. Like, the text doesn't fit the boxes. It's just not appealing to the eyes. So I really hope they fix that. But Hala and Kukui. So we're done with the professors. Moving on to the important part, the starters. So we have our we're gonna go by them one by one. We have our grass owl Pokemon. We have our fire tiger Pokemon. I'm assuming it's a tiger. And then we have our sea lion water type Pokemon. First thoughts. When I first saw them, I was not impressed. I was not impressed. The owl is definitely growing on me, I would say, and so is the tiger. The tiger's pretty, it's okay. And the sea lion, no, I can't deal with that. That just looks so, its design is not, it's not good, in my opinion. It's just not. It's like it's like how I felt about Chespin when XMY first came out. But we're gonna be going on. We have Rowlet here. Look at his fucking, look at it. Did you see that? Did you guys see that? Watch that again. Look at his fucking head. It fucking rotates like a, what? Fuck, man. It's a fucking owl Pokemon. But we have Rowlet, who is grass flying. Our first ever flying type starter. Because normally we have the first root starter, or first root flying type. But now we actually have a starter who's flying type. So, if you guys pick Rowlet, you won't even need to catch a separate flying type Pokemon to have a flyer in your team. That's pretty insane in my opinion. That's revolutionary. But we have Rowlet, who's our first, or our second, first stage, 2 type, starter. The first was obviously Bulbasaur. Now we have Rowlet. And, it was actually revealed. Look at it. Look. Okay, guys, check out Rowlet's move. I've never seen that before in my life. It's actually revealed that this move is called the fucking Leafage attack. It is the Leafage attack. Look at Rowlet. It's so adorable. I think it's grown on me. Rowlet is adorable. But it's called the Leafage attack. So the move that you guys just saw, probably they're both probably on the screen right now. That move is called Leafage. So we have a new grass attack. They probably didn't want to give it Vine Whip, or Razor Leaf's probably a little bit too OP for right now. So they gave him Leafage as a starting move. And then we have Litten. It's Litten. But did you just see that shit? It just licked its fucking paw. What? Okay, that is adorable as anything. I think Litten and Rowlet definitely captured my heart. I don't know which one I'm going to choose. I think I might go with Litten, but Rowlet is also adorable. Plus, it's a flying type, so I won't need a separate flyer. That's also a plus. But look at it lick its fucking paw. Look at it lick its fucking paw! Dude, that is adorable as anything. But it just has regular Ember. So we're going to move on to our Sea Lion Poplio. Look at it, smug as anything. Look at him. He's like, bitch! I'm good at this shit. I'm like, no, you're not. Yeah, this design definitely is gonna take some time to grow on me, but I'm definitely not a fan of it right now. This one also is just pure water type. Litten was also pure fire type, as you guys saw, and Poplio. We already had Seal Pokemons. We had Seal and Sealeo. We have Seal Pokemon. We also had an what's it called? An Otter Pokemon in Oshawott. Now we have a Sea Lion Pokemon. What's the difference between all of them? Well, there's definitely a clear difference. This one has a fucked up nose. So that's the difference. Moving on. We have a nice clear image of our region. Nice in Hawaii right there, with a volcano, few islands to the side, clear routes, big town that maybe that's representing Honolulu. I don't know where Honolulu is actually in Hawaii. This might not even be the correct island for Honolulu, but I don't know. And we see a Pokemon Center there, see a house. This is probably our starting town, like our Route 1, and we already have too much water! We already have 7.8 out of 10, too much water right there on the screen. You guys can see it. There's also a cave up there in the corner on the other side of the city. So this definitely looks like an intriguing map. Obviously, based off of Hawaii, as you guys can tell from the Japanese trailer, it showed a picture of Hawaii from the sky. Comparing the two side by side, the volcano thing is kind of similar, but there's definitely more buildings than the actual Hawaii, obviously. But the biggest thing that obviously makes it Hawaii, other than the Alola region, is the fact that in the trailer they go to Hawaii. It says Hawaii right there, straight up behind the Japanese kid. So, aloha! It's Hawaii. So, everyone who predicted Hawaii correctly from the original sneak peek thing, looking at like the truck and the hotel and shit like that, you guys are pro as anything. Got it right. It is Hawaii. My top hope was for Gen 7 to be connected to Gen 6. But I don't know how it's gonna happen now that we're in Hawaii and they were in France. Just, that makes me disappointed a little bit. But we're gonna move on. We have our character running a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Looks familiar? I think that looks familiar as fuck to a certain strange strange souvenir. A strange souvenir. They're both obviously kind of like tiki style and Hawaiian, but yeah. So the strange souvenir is gonna be a part of this game. So that's the link that I was looking for. The link to X and Y is the strange souvenir. This region, Alola region, is the region that's different from all the other regions that the strange backpacker man was talking about in the hotels. So there it is. Alola confirmed, mystery over. And we also in the trailer, so we have a little bit more showing the running, just a little bit. I think I'll slow it down when I'm actually showing it. Right now it's actually pretty fast. But you guys can look. The character is clearly running. The character is clearly running, but this kid ain't pressing the B button. This kid ain't pressing the B button. So how the fuck is he running? We also can't see the bottom screen. It's black. They probably didn't finish designing it yet. Can't see the bottom screen, but did they implement something like Soul Silver Heart Gold where you can automatically run? Did they do that shit? We'll find out, but this kid is clearly not pressing the B button. It's probably just showing, like, he was probably just holding the DS, and then they put in the gameplay, like, visuals later. That's probably what happened, but they should have paid more attention to detail. If this kid was going to be running, they should have had him pressing the B button. I'm just saying. It's possible that it was an error, but it's also possible that there's infinite running, so that would be swell. And then we get a picture, we get a snapshot of this chick and the sun. So we actually see this chick twice. We see her in the U.S. Commercial, and then we also see her in the Japanese trailer with the Whalmer doll again. So this is that other guy in the right side is probably Kukui. With his fucking green shoes and shit. So I don't know who she is. She might be our mom. She might be our first gym leader. So I don't know who she is. I'm thinking that she's our mom. Seeing as we saw her like looking out in the distance, and then we see her in the lab in the first town. I'm assuming the lab is in the first town. So I'm assuming she's our mom. Nice and fucking stereotypical Hawaiian dress. But we see a Meowth behind her. We see a Meowth. Does that mean we are getting Pokemon following us? No, I doubt it. We saw the Fletchling in X and Y. Doesn't mean anything. It's just probably like our pet at home. Instead of Fletchling in X and Y, we have a Meowth. So that's that. We have a Meowth in the back. No new Pokemon. There's a lot of Whalmers because it's Hawaii, but 7.8 out of 10. Too much water. Too much water. But so that's enough of that, lady. We're moving on to more showing of the Alola region. We have Skyscraper Central next to a beach. That's probably the city that was shown on the overworld, like the map that I'm probably gonna put up right now. The map showing the area that's probably the city that you can see on the left side of the map. That's probably what this is showing when we're seeing it. When we're seeing the cityscape, like the pan down, and then we have our character running through the streets, and he's just running in the fucking street. Like, what are you doing, son? What are you doing? there's a random dude in front of a yellow car, so we might have something like Lumios where we can use cars, or maybe we'll just have cars now. Maybe cars are going to be a thing that we can use as a small child, and that would be swell. I think that would be swell. We also have a few shops. This is very Lumios looking like, but I'm still thinking it's a pretty early town. Lumios was kind of early, but it's not as early as maybe like, you know, like I feel like this is gonna be like our second town, you know, like the Santa Moon City, as in the X and Y. So, and then we're moving on to a more what's it called? Village-like area. There's a big house in the back with a dude in front of it. Let's play the next clip, and then we can see a little bit more. We have a dude in front of a forest. There's a sign leading into the forest. Another dude, and then there's the dude in white at the very end, in front of the big house. That guy might be important for something. He's probably blocking, like, maybe that's the gym. Although we don't really see any gym logo on there. Although if we look back at the original clip, panning down, we see a statue in front of it. That might be the new gym logo. Although this building definitely looks underwhelming if it's a gym. Maybe it's the first gym, I don't know. But then we get a shot of the nighttime. So day and night cycles obviously are still here. Or this might be, maybe this is part of the disaster. The moon Pokemon went crazy and it's making everything nighttime. We see a lady out just watching the water. It's probably just another trainer. But looking back at all the running scenes that we've had so far, I think that they definitely made the walking a lot better. Like in X and Y, when you're walking normally, you're still, you know, in the tile formation, but when you're roller skating, you're not in the tile formation anymore. Like, you're not just walking from one tile to the next, whether diagonally or horizontally or whatever. This game, I feel like they have no tiles at all. Watching them run, I feel like they have no tiles at all. And that's pretty amazing in my opinion. Maybe we'll be able to, if we have the new 3DS, maybe we can use the C-stick in the corner. Maybe. Is it called the C-stick? I don't know. The little thing that no games have used except for Xenoblade. So, we have that clip. And then we have this motherfucker. This smiling Hawaiian-ass motherfucker who shows up in the trailer. We don't really see what he does. But in the Japanese trailer, we see that he's on the receiving end of Litton's Ember. Which is that animation. Holy shit, I didn't notice how good it is. Holy fuck, dude. That is actually great. I think they definitely changed up a lot of move animations when doing when doing Sun and Moon. But we see him on the other side, the receiving end. Now the thing is, will we be able to see trainers while battling now instead of just the Pokemon? That would be insane. But we see him. He's probably a second rival. Or maybe he's the only rival, like how they did in Diamond and Pearl. Okay, no, the female counterpart was also like a researcher, so she was kind of a rival. I think we fought her a couple times. But in X and Y, Serena or Callum was your main rival, but maybe he's your main rival now, or maybe he's a Shauna type of person who's just kind of a side rival. But hopefully if they're gonna have rivals, they only have him and your female-male counterpart. That would make me personally happier, because in X and Y there was just too many characters that were all annoying. It just didn't work. Serena sucks balls. If you watch my X and Y Shining Lock, you guys know why. So yeah, enough about him. You guys can also notice that the background of the battle, like, thing is clearly the background of the actual area. You see the house in the corner. I think this would look actually clear once I play the next clip. When we see all the starters come out, okay, we can see again that they updated the like the Pokemon entering kind of thing. In X and Y, it was slightly different from Oris, and in Oris, it's slightly different from Sun and Moon. So we can see the camera angles are slightly different than they were in the past games. But we can see that the flora and stuff, that looks like the background of the actual like area. So it doesn't look like a generic background. It looks like the background of the area where you're in. So I would be excited for that. I mean, I know in X and Y they did that once with your first battle against Shauna, which disappointed me because that was only one time where you can see the background of Sanfloon City as your actual like battle background, I believe. I'm not sure. That maybe I'm just wrong and it's not actually as revolutionary as I think it is. But I would love it if they actually made the battle background the background of where you are. That would be pretty swell. And then finally, we have our Sun and Moon legendaries. We have our Sun legendary, whose name was not revealed in the trailer. I know the Japanese names might have been copyrighted. I'm not gonna call them, say that's truth, because first of all, it's the Japanese names. So I'm playing the American version, so it doesn't really matter to me. But we have our Mega Pyroar and our Mega Noivern. That's really how I'm seeing them. Definitely, I wanted the moon, but seeing it now, I might just have to get Sun, because the Sun legend is honestly so much better. The Sun legend is honestly so much better. Like, look at this shit. Its mane is pretty majestic. It's a lion face with like a space head, and like it gets a third eye and shit. While the Moon legend, it's a moon kind of thing, but like looking at its face, I mean, it's pretty much Mega Lunatone. Pretty much Mega Lunatone at this point. Mega Lunatone confirmed. The Moon legendary will definitely have to grow on me. I still think I'm gonna get Moon. Maybe looking at the Moon legend after a while, I'll be convinced. But seeing so many bat Pokemon, it's pretty much Yveltal plus Noivern, which kinda disappoints me a little bit. But yeah, so we have our legendaries there. With the box art is confirmed. Sun and Moon is confirmed for November 18th. That is about exactly 1/2 year. That is about half a year away from being a thing. From being a thing. We are about a year away from Pokemon Sun and Moon. So that's pretty sick. I think that that's pretty sick. So that's my breakdown on the Pokemon X and Y shit. If you guys enjoyed, leave a comment below telling me what you enjoyed, and of course, tell me what starter you think you're gonna pick, what typings are gonna evolve into. Obviously, Rowlet, fuck, the owl is gonna stay flying type. I don't know about Litten or Pompaloo, but hopefully Litten doesn't become firefighting. Probably not. I'm thinking Fire Dark looking at it. I hope it's a tiger because of the stripes, and also because they would fit the Chinese zodiac theme. The sea lion is clearly an amphibian-like creature, part water, part land. And then the owl, are owls prehistoric Pokemon? Or are owls prehistoric animals? I'm not sure. But previously they were all kind of prehistoric, so maybe they're breaking the theme with the grass. Hopefully the Litten turns into a tiger because that would fit. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts on the trailers down below, as well as starters, legendaries, what else they might throw at us. Oh my god, November 18th! Oh my god, it seems so far away. But until next time, Penguin Nation, out.